Today we effectively have two constitutions. We have the one that is written and the one that is interpreted. And as we know, the difference between the two of them has significant impact on our liberty and therefore our lives. The Constitution is under unprecedented attack by Washington, D.C. The President, with great arrogance, flaunts his pen and a phone when he is not happy with the results of the democratic process. Congress is full of members that are busy looking for their cookie jar rather than supporting the Constitution. And the Supreme Court is busy designing a Constitution based on their personal policy preferences rather than what the Constitution says. Our federal government has completely turned away from the first words of the Constitution, "We the people." Despite the enormity of these issues, even when added together, they pale in comparison to the loss of states' rights. Liberal interpretation of the necessary and proper and supremacy clauses has made a mockery of federalism and our founders' intent for states, and I quote, "a very extensive portion of active sovereignty." You see, our happiness was meant to be determined at a local level, through our local city and state communities, not by some grand master plan coming out of Washington, D.C. What we're talking about is putting forth restrictions on the jurisdiction of the federal government to bring some of that control back to the people. We have a plan. 4,000 House districts in our country. We're assigning people like Mike and Patrick and others to own those districts, to be responsible for long-term relationships with the legislators and support constituents in that district to help grow the grassroots. This is completely grassroots. I am a volunteer. I'm doing this for my kids. I pray that we, the people, can find our courage. Ladies and gentlemen, the enemy of liberty is at our gates. If we think we can survive our liberty by doing the same old things over and over again, we are living in a fantasy. We should not give up on our liberty because we're afraid to use the Constitution. What side of history will you guys be on? Courage or fear?